Hey everyone, I'm Chris and I'm the studio manager here at Battlefront Miniatures, and today we're going to take a look at our new Comet Armoured Squadron army deal. In the past you've seen us do some unboxings, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do a reboxing. By that I mean we're going to take all of these miniatures, talk about why they're here, and then try and fit them back in the box. Because believe it or not, putting them in is way harder than getting them out. Let's take a look at what we have. First of all, we'll start with these items over here. The Start Here guide, unit cards, decal sheets, tank crews, bases, and vehicle crews. Because the army deals are designed for both new players and existing players, we want to give people a really good place and a lot of information to help them build their first army. Additionally, it comes with all the unit cards that people will need so that they can build this army straight out of the box and start playing. Let's try and fit all of that back in here. Alright, now we have all the tanks and infantry on display. Because this is a Comet army deal, we'll start out with the Comets. In the box you'll find 4 Comets. That's enough for 1 for your HQ, along with a platoon of 3 in your first black box. If you're experienced with building Flames of War armies, you'll know that most formations have 2 black box or compulsory units. These Comets take care of the first black box and your HQ. In addition to the Comets, we also have a pair of Cromwells. These can be built as normal Cromwell tanks, although in the case of this army deal, they should be built as Cromwell CS tanks. They're great for providing fire support, some light artillery, as well as smoke to protect your tanks as they advance across the battlefield. Now let's try and fit these in the box. Given that it's a Comet army deal, you may be wondering why there aren't more Comets. It's a fair question. We discuss these things quite extensively when we're building the army deals because we want to make sure that there's enough models for you to build a well-balanced force. And in this particular case, we thought if you really want more Comets, you can go and buy another box of Comets, or you can build your second black platoon using one of the other choices shown in the formation. In the case of this army deal, we chose Chaffees. The Chaffees are an American-built tank that are fantastic. They're lightning fast, just like the Comets. They pack a 75mm gun, and they're very dangerous if you let them run loose on the battlefield. They're a great option and a personal favourite of mine. Next up, we have our Kangaroo rifle platoon. The Kangaroo rifle platoon is quite interesting in that it uses some of our traditional hard plastic rifle frames, which are excellent and really nice to paint, along with some of our very new Sexton, Ram, and Kangaroo sprues. It's a bit of a mouthful, make sure you say it in the right order. Now, in the box, you get your 2 frames of hard plastic infantry, along with a pile of these frames, a total of 5 in fact. As I said, these frames can be built as the Ram Kangaroo, the Ram tank, or the Sexton artillery piece. We suggest you build 3 of these as Ram Kangaroos. That will help transport your infantry right up to the teeth of the enemy in the safety and security of a heavily armoured vehicle, whilst we suggest you build the other 2 as Sextons. These self-propelled artillery pieces were designed to keep up with the fast-moving tanks and provide them with extra fire support. If you want to be really radical, you could also even choose to build these as Ram tanks. These were Canadian-built tanks that were built in large numbers, but didn't quite make it into the battlefields of Europe. However, in the book we talk about how they might have made it over there, should you want to try something different. Let's see if we can fit all this in. It's getting quite full in here. Last but not least, we have 2 different formation support platoons that you can use, both of which are great for anti-tank work. First up, we have the Archer. The Archer is a conversion of the Valentine tank mounting a 17-pounder gun. It's fantastic and will kill almost any tank on the battlefield. You can field these in platoons of 2 or 4, so for this army deal we chose to put 2 in. Now, that might seem like a strange number, but we thought if you want more, it's easy enough to add another box to your force and then field a couple of platoons, 1 full strength, 1 half strength. Or, if it were me, I'd get 2 of these army deals. That way you get a total of 4 archers, which is a lot. You get 8 challengers, which is more than enough, and you get those extra comets that you might have been looking for instead of picking up a second box set. Last but not least are the 4 challengers. Now, these are a black box inside the Hussar Squadron, so you can also bring them in to support your formation as force support. 4 of them's plenty, but if you bought 2, like I suggest, you'll have 8, and that's more than enough. But these are a great option, more large guns to help you take care of enemy tanks. I'm not sure if I can fit these last sprues in the box, but we'll have a go. Yep, no problem. That looks perfect. I mean, that's how it would have come straight out of the factory, I'm sure. No one will ever know. We'll just put it down there. There you have it. There is our new Comet Armoured Squadron. Inside you'll find plenty of options to help you start building your next force, or perhaps add on to an existing one, with a range of new models as well as some great fundamental options that every British player should have. Whether you choose to build it the way that we've suggested or choose to add on extra units, you won't regret this option. Thanks for watching.